when I start coughing, I can't stop. I have this rawness in my throat all the time. And something hits up against it, and it just puts me in this coughing. Again, I can't do anything about it. Anyways, so this trainer that we had in one of the dog training classes, she had said about reading about your breed and understanding its history, understanding about its personality and stuff like that. So when I was really studying about English Mastiffs, because I didn't know anything about it. When I got the first one, I just fell in love with the personality. And I knew I wanted to have another dog like that. And they're very similar in a lot of the ways that they do things. But I had read that if somebody comes and breaks into your house and you have an English Mastiff, that there's been tons of people who have come home and they have the robber cornered and they're blocking them because people are so intimidated to walk past them. And I saw with my own eyes that is exactly what they do. If there's trouble, they will block it, corner it, and keep it there. They're not, and they, obviously, I read where they've had people trapped for hours. And people are so intimidated, and I don't know. I mean, when she had Millie blocked, Millie couldn't get past her. No matter how many times Millie was biting her and stuff, Stella was not letting her. So I don't know if you had a robber in there. I guess it would just depend on, the robber and how desperate they were, what they would do to get away, and how scared they are of dogs. But definitely those are intimidating dogs, and they're just the sweetest, most thoughtful, kind, tuned into you kind of dog. I even have a weird, and I may have already told this story, but I really, really think it's true. And when I had seen about an Indian talking about the different animals that come into your soul journey, not just like one life, like these animals, like you have this animal or whatever, like there can be significant ones that come into your life that have a bigger purpose than what you think it is. And Lucy, I felt that definitely was to lead me to Stella. And when I moved over here and I moved out to in the woods, and I bought the house online, so I had not come here, and I had no idea about if there was bears or whatever. And I asked the realtor, and she was like, "Oh no, that's crazy talk. No, you're in a neighborhood. There's no bears and stuff." And so I was like, okay, it should be okay. So then once, summer came and started being bears being seen and mountain lions being seen, I started to have a panic attack. I was having a heart attack. I really thought I was going to lose my shit. And it started triggering. I started remembering when I was a kid, I would have these repetitive dreams of being killed and stalked by a giant cat. And it was definitely I was a jungle person. It was definitely like a slender black man, and I lived in they weren't huts, but they're not like houses like what we have either. There's more opening or whatever, and this cat stalked me and killed me. And I would have these repetitive dreams as a kid, over and over and over, of this experience, over and over and over. I was terrified to go to bed at night. I would have horrible nightmares, and I was scared to death. And so anyways, when this happened and this mountain lion was in my backyard, and I wasn't in town at the time. I feel like I've told this story, but who cares? When I was out of town, I thought, there's no way, I can't live there. I was crying. I was emailing the realtor. I was in a full-on panic about this. And then when I went to bed, it was, I don't know if it all just came like in one vision or how it was given to me now, because this was, a year and a half ago. But all of a sudden it was shown to me that Stella was the cat that killed me, and that she was here in this life to protect me. So it was kind of like she was making amends, and this relationship was an important relationship because it has to do with her being able to live out this other aspect, like another fractal of our existence, right? She had killed me before, but now she was going to protect me. And I was like, oh my gosh, that makes sense. And I was thinking, like, it's so funny because how I've always thought that she not only looks like a big cat if you didn't see her head, she's like the size of one. She definitely, I think she's bigger than some of the mountain lions that have been seen. But she's definitely the size, like if you just saw her body, but she moves like one and she stalks. She's constantly stalking. And I would see it when we lived at the other house when I was with my daughter. There was some neighbor dogs back there, and she would go up and she would stalk, like she was really sneaking up. And I see her do it all the time to the neighbor's dogs here. She's always like, she thinks she's real stealth. She's just really sneaking up real slow. And then she'll pounce. It just reminds me some of a cat. And it was like, that is so funny. I don't know all the things. I don't have all the answers. But I definitely feel like I'm open to the possibilities. Like, nothing can make sense and everything can make sense. Another thing, and I don't remember if I already said this one, because this one that they told me this morning too, with you are all things, but all things are not you. I was like, gosh, that is, you are all things, but all things are not you. But they tell me all these things like that, like, I don't even know, I swear I feel like that they're called something. But anyways, I guess those are my profound thoughts for the day. I probably have more to say. I mean, I just get flooded and it's like, okay, I gotta say this. Okay, I gotta say that. Oh, I gotta talk about this. So anyways, thanks for listening.